I know that I've mentioned it before in one video or another that we are the results of all the things that we take in. Just like we are physically a result of the food that we eat, the nutrients we take in, the exercise that we do. Mentally, we are the sum of all the things that we listen to, the things that we see, the things that we hear, the media we absorb, the people we surround ourselves with. All that has a lot to do with how we perceive ourselves and how we go through day-to-day activities. And I realized a lot of times we are definitely our own worst critics. And there are so many times where my inner monologue will be saying things that, well, quite frankly, aren't very nice about me and are also untrue. But these things seep into ourselves and we allow it to happen. And it's good to be critical, I think, of oneself and to push yourself to do better, of course. But it's also so important for us to give ourselves a break. I was always a perfectionist growing up, to a very unhealthy way, but it was just all consuming. And there's a little bit of OCD in there and things like that too. But I always had to get a perfect score on everything. And I was very upset anytime that anything went wrong and anything wasn't, to the best I thought I could do it. I've kind of let that go over the years, which is a good thing. I still try my best and I like to do my best, but I know that sometimes everything I've done is all that I could do. And as long as you're being honest about that, I think that's a good thing. But here's a little something that I heard and I put some more thought into that I thought was really helpful. We need to treat ourselves like we would treat our own pets. And if you don't have a pet, maybe you see a dog in the park or whatever, and you get excited and see it, and I don't know why it's an exciting thing, but to me it is. At least I used to do this thing in a job that I used to have. When I would drive to work, I always loathed being in traffic, so I would often take the side roads to try to avoid as much traffic as possible. And there was still some, but what are you going to do? But I would see people walking their dogs, and I would count them. And if I saw 3 dogs, I would beep my horn, and it was going to be a great day because it was a 3-dog day. It was like a special thing, a special treat. But the little things still make me happy, and that's important. But I've got cats, not by my own choosing. I currently have 6, again, not by my own choosing. But if you're familiar with my social media, you know that I have a heart full of love for one of them in particular. I mean, I'm nice to all of them, but she gets favored. My little hairless Sphinx cat, Raisin. And Raisin is the absolute best. And when I go home at the end of the day, she comes out to see me, and I pick her up, and I hold her up high for all the other cats to look upon, and she can look down upon all of them. It really is like the Lion King, And she gets to sit with me. She has her little, it's an old mop cover, but I call it her mouse pad, and she sits on that on the counter next to me while I have my dinner. And we have a nice little relationship. And I always tell her what a good girl she is. Oh, Mouse, you're the best one. You're the best one. And I scratch her behind her ears and tell her that she's beautiful and that she's the best and how happy she makes me. And I don't say those things to me. I mean, I don't want to say I'm the best cat, but we don't say those nice things to ourselves. I mean, you don't have to say it out loud. Lord knows people think I'm crazy enough as it is, but internally, your inner monologue could be a lot kinder to yourself. And that's something maybe that we could all work on, When's the last time someone told you were a good boy? It's probably been a long time, unless you hang around some creepy people. But it's nice to be rewarded. It's nice to be told that you're doing a good job. It's nice to be told that you're a good person and that you're thoughtful and that you're caring and that you are worthy of being loved. And we don't get that from a lot of people. And we don't even get that from ourselves. And quite honestly, if we can't count upon ourselves to care for us, it's kind of unfair to put it on anybody else. So if you've got a cat, if you've got a dog, be mindful of the things that you say to them and the way that you treat them and the way that you compliment them and how excited you are to see them. And maybe use some of those things for yourself. Maybe you have been a good boy. Maybe you are the best girl. Scratch yourself behind the ears, give yourself a treat. Life's difficult enough as it is. Let's try to be a little kinder to ourselves.